everyone, my name is Kate Villera. Have you ever wondered if an object could float without magic or magnets?
Hi everyone, let me tell you something about the concepts of tensegrity. It may seem like a big word and a difficult topic to cover, but I can assure you that it is simple. Tensegrity is a way or method of building different parts that work together to make a balanced and strong structure. In tensegrity structures, there are usually two main parts, the ones that are being pushed and the ones that are being pulled. The ones that are being pushed are usually the base of the tensegrity structure. It can be made of different types of materials like rods and metal. And the ones that are being pulled are usually the strings. Here's an interesting part about tensegrity. It may seem that the structure looks like it's floating, but it isn't. But the balance between pushing and pulling makes tensegrity structures lightweight, flexible, and surprisingly strong. You can see the principles in building bridges and even in how our bodies are held together. Some examples of this are our spines. So the next time you see a tensegrity structure, make sure that you know that it is tensegrity in action.
Hi, I'm Rachel Ganna.
And I'm James Hedwig. This is our demonstration for tension and compression.
Have you ever thought about how certain shapes hold their form so beautifully? From a balloon to a bridge, the secret lies in a fascinating dance between tension and compression. Let's explore how these forces work together. First, let's look at this balloon. Right now, it's just a floppy piece of rubber. There's no structure, no stability. But watch what happens when I add air. As I blow air into the balloon, the air molecules inside push outward the balloon's skin. This creates tension, a force pulling the material outward, stretching it tight. But the balloon doesn't pop, does it? That's because its rubber skin is pushing back with an opposite force, compression. The rubber resists being stretched too far, keeping the air contained.
Together, tension from the air and compression from the skin balance each other, creating this stable, rounded shape. The same principles are at play in many structures around us. In real life, engineers use tension and compression to build amazing things like bridges. The cables are under tension, while the towers and beams handle the compression. It's this teamwork between forces that allows the structures to stand strong. So whether it's a balloon holding its shape or a bridge carrying heavy loads, tension and compression are the unsung heroes of stability. Together, they create balance and beauty in the world around us.
Hello, I am Reynalyn.
And I am Abjel.
This is our second demonstration about floating objects.
Have you ever seen something that looks like it's floating, but you know there's a hidden trick holding it in place? Today, we're going to explore tensegrity, a fascinating principle where tension and compression work together to create stability.
For this demonstration, we'll use a ball, 4 rubber bands, and this lightweight frame. The goal is to make the ball appear to float in the middle of the frame. Let's start assembly. Here's how it works. The rubber bands are stretched and pulling upwards on the ball. This creates tension. At the same time, the ball pushes downward because of its weight, creating compression.
Now, the ball is held perfectly in place. It looks like it's floating, but it's actually a delicate balance between the tension in the rubber bands and the compression from the ball itself.
Even if I gave a little nudge, the forces quickly rebalance. The tension in the rubber bands pull the ball back into its center, while the compressions resist collapse. This is the beauty of tensegrity. It's stable yet flexible.
So, what seems like magic is really just physics. Tensegrity shows us how tension and compression can create something stable, yet seemingly weightless. It's a perfect example of balance in action.
Hi, I am Alex. And I'm Marian. And we are here to demonstrate the tensegrity structure.
Have you ever seen objects that look like they're floating in midair? It might seem like magic, but it's actually a clever engineering principle called tensegrity. Tensegrity structures rely on the interplay of tension and compression to create stability without needing rigid connections. Here's the idea. Instead of the bars physically touching each other for support, we'll use strings under tension to hold everything in place. The bars provide compression, resisting the pull of the strings, while the strings provide tension, keeping the structure stable. I'm connecting the strings so they pull the bars into a balanced position. Notice how the bars don't touch each other. They're held in place by the tension in the strings. If the strings aren't tight enough, the structure won't hold its form. Here's the key to tensegrity. By carefully adjusting the tension, we create balance. If one string is too loose or too tight, the whole structure could collapse. But with the right adjustments, it becomes surprisingly stable.
And here it is. The bar seems to defy gravity, but in reality, they're locked in place by the tension in the strings and the compression within the bars. This interplay between forces is what makes tensegrity so unique. Even when distributed, the structure can absorb the force and return to its equilibrium. This combination of stability and flexibility is one of the reasons tensegrity is used in modern architecture, engineering, and even robotics. So, what we have here is a perfect example of how tension and compression can work together to create something that seems almost magical. This floating illusion is really just physics, and its finest balance through interaction, not rigidity. Tensegrity reminds us that strength doesn't always come from brute force. It can also come from cooperation and balance. Isn't that a great lesson both in science and in life?
I am Yasmin. Now that you have witnessed those 3 demonstrations, I will be taking you back to the question that started all of this. Have you ever wondered if objects could float without magic or magnets? It might seem impossible, but as previously explained to you, there is a fascinating concept behind this idea called tensegrity. Tensegrity is a design principle that creates the illusion of floating objects, but it's not magic, it's physics. It all comes down to balancing 2 forces, compression and tension. Let's break it down for you.
The string form a continuous network of tension, pulling in from all sides to keep the structure stable and secure. This even distribution of force is what gives the structure its shape and flexibility. The bars, on the other hand, don't touch each other. Instead, they sit within the tension network pushing outward. This positioning increases the structure's strength and efficiency without the bars needing direct contact.
Hi everyone! My name is Sean Ray B. Cueva. Now you might be asking, what do I do with all this information? What if I told you that the principle used in futuristic architecture also holds your body together? This principle is called tensegrity. And it's not only fascinating, but also incredibly important in our everyday life and across various fields. So let's start with engineering.
Tensegrity has revolutionized architectural and civil engineering designs. For example, long-span space structures such as stadium roofs or lightweight bridges use this principle. By balancing tension and compression, these designs use fewer materials, making them more sustainable while maintaining strength and stability. It's a win for innovation and the environment. Now, tensegrity isn't just for buildings. In robotics, tensegrity structures are helping to develop robots with biological features, like flexible and efficient movement. Picture a robot that mimics how animals move. Tensegrity designs make this possible. These robots are lighter, more adaptable, and better suited for navigating complex environments.
So here where it gets even more personal. Your own body is a tensegrity structure. How?
Your muscles and ligaments are under tension, while your bones act under compression. Together, they create a dynamic balance that gives you both stability and mobility. This principle is why you can stand upright, move gracefully, and recover from impacts.
The beauty of Tensegrity is its versatility. It's the backbone of innovative construction, advanced robotics, and even the structural stability of our own bodies. By using balance instead of a ball, Tensegrity show us how to create efficient, elegant, and sustainable designs. So whether you're walking across a bridge, marveling at futuristic robots, or simply moving your own body, remember the invisible dance of tension and compression. Tensegrity isn't just a principle. It is a key to understanding and improving the world around us. The beauty of Tensegrity